Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is probably the video that gives me the most joy and I am most excited for year-round, and that would be the fall bucket list video. So I've done this in the past, and if you're not familiar, I try and do Vlogtober every year, and I was originally going to wait until Vlogtober to put this out, but who am I not to capitalize on the people wanting to do fall activities during Labor Day weekend, because it's September 1st. It is the first of the Burr months and I'm so excited. I have my list actually right here. You can kind of see it in this picture. And I'm looking at the master calendar over there. I am so excited to share this with you. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Megan. And make sure you're subscribed. I would love to carry you guys around with me all through our autumn activities while we work on, you know, living our best autumnal life. I really I gotta center my thoughts. I'm just so excited. I've been so excited to film this video. I can't wait to share it with you. So if I keep choking up on my words, again, I apologize. I'm so excited for all of the things I want to do and all of the things I want to share with you. And I guess the best way to get as hyped as I am right now about the fall season, and the first thing on the bucket list would be creating a mood board for what your perfect embodiment of the season would be. So what I did is I headed over to Pinterest and I made a mood board of what my perfect fall would be, and this was just to help me collect my thoughts as a content creator, what I wanted to really help convey and visualize, and where I wanted to go in what direction, because honestly I get so excited that I have no idea where it's going to take me. What am I going to do? How am I going to take all of these shots? This helped me just kind of solidify what really drew to my eye, so that I can then, roll with that. And the, companion to creating your perfect autumnal mood board would be creating your perfect autumnal playlist. I do not have a playlist. I don't make my playlist, but it also helps set the vibe for everything else you're gonna do. You can put this on in the background, while you're doing any of the other things. And these would be the first two things that I would do on the bucket list, just to really get in the groove, get it going, and roll with it. So the first activity on my bucket list, and the bucket list I want to share with you, and what I feel like should be first, because I don't think they get enough credit, would be apple picking. To me, September, even though, it's not until, the 21st is the equinox. It's not really fall, but it's still kind of summery. Apples need to have their moment, friends. So let them thrive and let's enjoy some apple picking, because there's such a cozy fall vibe and they need their place amongst the pumpkins. And as I'm going through this, you're gonna know this is more fall oriented. This is not a Halloween bucket list at all. There's no bucket list for Halloween yet. I will do that later on down the road. This is just for right now, for the season we're in, the moment, the chapter, right now. That's why I'm saying give the apples an apple flavor, an apple cider, their place. They belong here. We love them too. So apple picking, go and do this. This is a fun activity. I love doing this. I love doing it with my kids and Lev, and it's just everything. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take a shot every time. It's so cute, sort of vibe. But doing apple picking, and then, let's do some cozy baking. Bonus points if you use apples, anything that from your apple picking experience, or if you can't go apple picking, go to a farmer's market, go to your grocery store and just pick some up and add it to the list. I know it's not regionally necessarily something everybody can do, but I just feel like it's so quintessential for the beginning of the Burr months, the autumn, everything. Just enjoy it. So cozy baking something fresh. This is also, it goes along with my Mavon bucket list, things that you should do for Mavon, is just baking and appreciating the harvest. And so again, if you're harvesting your own apples, that would fall into that category, and then baking with it is just appreciating it on a whole nother level. But you know, if you don't like apples, bake whatever you want, bake some whatever. And if it's a bready crock or pre-made box of mix, you're doing great, fantastic. Like I can't bake things from scratch all the time either. Just put something in your oven so it smells, it's aromatherapy, it's just such a vibe, and it just makes everything feel a lot better. Going on with our apple theme, enjoy a cup of hot cider or mulled wine, or both. You know, you can make hot cider with some whiskey in it. That's one of Lev and my mom's favorite drink for the fall. But you know, also mulled wine. I just want to have the options out there for everybody. Having that hot beverage, I love hot cider. It's everything to me. It's just so amazing. I love to make mimosas with cider. There might be a video down the road of making our favorite fall drinks, adult beverages wise, and then a non-one, but you know, that's down the road. That's for later on. And then, which I also kind of touched on with our apple picking thing, is, you know, go to a fall market or a crafts fair, or you know, some sort of fall harvest event. I'm gonna say this is everything. You guys, this whole season is everything for me, so I'm sorry if I keep repeating myself, but this is just a moment to enjoy it. It is crafts fair season. I have always, for as long as I can remember, gone into the historical Deerfield crafts fair every fall with my grandma. We've got it on the calendar. I love supporting artisans and small makers. I always have. It's part of my life. It's how I was raised. My family goes back to being farmers, so we just you respect those who work around you in their trades, and it's very important for me to respect and pay my dues to the small artists and makers and crafters of the area. And I do that by going to fall fairs and buying wares that I can. There's just always so much fun things to do at these events. There's just always the most bizarre activities. I'm thinking at the corn maze when they have potato shooting cannons and sensory bins full of corn and stuff like that. And it's so fun and so, I don't know. Being in New England, I feel like I'm spoiled. I'm a little brat when it comes to fall because I am part of and have grown up in the quintessential New England fall vibe. So it's just it hits a whole nother level as soon as September 1st rolls in for me. To reflect and move forward with that, another thing on the bucket list would be to enjoy the fall harvest with an outdoor meal. So not only are we going to respect our harvest, our bounty, those things that are seasonal for the time, but just you have to enjoy it outside. It is the perfect weather right now to be outside, and right before it gets too cold. It's no longer hot. It's just, you gotta host your event outside. You gotta appreciate nature and the changing of seasons, the temperature. It's just, you gotta respect it and honor it. And so to build off of that, have some sort of bonfire. Do you have a fire pit? You have a bonfire? You know, these also can sometimes happen at fall events. They can have a big fire pit, but that's just another thing that for me that signifies the beacons of Gondor are burning, you know, it's fall, we can have a bonfire outside, we're cozy, we're outside. It's just sitting in those chilly nights. It goes on this list. You gotta do it. You gotta find a place. You gotta do it. Back on our seasonal foods. It's soup season. Don't forget that soup owns its place. It's chili season. So you're gonna make soup from scratch or chili from scratch. This I have in here as from scratch because there's nothing better than making chili from scratch. I make it every year. I have my special way. It's kind of like meatloaf. We all, you know, have our special recipe, our one little thing we add to it just to make it better. But you know, You gotta make something warm to appreciate those chillier, that bitter, that bite in the air. Just, I'm so excited for soup. I love soup. I eat soup all summer long, but this is soup season. It has its place like apples. Let's not let the pumpkins take over all of fall. But I'm not hating on pumpkin because you know I'm a pumpkin spice latte gal. So on that note, let's put the pumpkins in their place, and as a fall list, like this is not Halloween, you're gonna paint or carve a pumpkin for this fall. I know that's more of a Halloween thing, but it's also harvest, unless you're gonna do turnips. Turnips are more Halloween than pumpkins. If you know the history, you know. But that is a quintessential fall thing. You gotta put your pumpkin somewhere, whether it's real, fake, cardboard, whatever, paint, carve, enjoy it. You can then toast those seeds from your real pumpkins and eat that as a tasty little snack. That's one of Lev's favorite snacks that I make in the fall season after we normally host our huge pumpkin party. We are sadly not doing that this year, but that's not part of this video. Those are for the vlogs. This is for my makers. This is for my thrifty gals. I want you to thrift or create, do a thrift flip, knit it up, crochet it up, a new sweater for the season. So for me, this is my Rhinebeck sweater, which you guys know, New York Sheep and Wool Festival. It's a huge fiber festival in upstate New York that I go to every single year. So creating a brand new sweater specifically for this event, as it takes place in early October, is a huge deal for me. And this is me making my special sweater. But if you can't knit your sweater from scratch, store-bought will work just as well. But yeah, thrift flip it. You know, I know we've all seen those really cute cottagecore sweaters that have like little acorn embroideries or mushrooms. I intend to do this, maybe some pumpkins, I don't know, just maple leaves, what are other motifs? Corn. Yeah, those are all my go-to fall sort of things. So just thrift, create, or thrift flip a special sweater for all of your cozy activities. I swear this is going to make the vibes, take it up to the next level. You're just gonna be, it's so cozy, you're gonna love it. All right, host a cozy movie night. All right, are we making a blanket fort? Are we making themed snacks? Are we cozying up with our hot cider or our soup while we watch a movie? I'm gonna kick off the season this weekend by watching Practical Magic again for the first time of the fall season. This is my favorite movie. I love it so much, like hands down top 5 movies ever. Are we gonna make snacks? Are we gonna have cider? Most likely, but you know, have your cozy movie night. Bonus if you have a space of which you can put a projector outside and project it on a sheet and host outside. I don't have a projector to post out to that. I do not own a projector to do that, but you know, how can we tie this in? If we had the cozy movie night outside with our bonfire and our harvest dinner, you can put all of these things together. You could do it all in like one weekend and have it like done, and you could just, you know, it would be amazing. You can tie so many of these things together because I don't want it to just be overall, or you could do one thing at a time. It's all up to you, but you know, the more things that I can do at once on a list, the better for me. I don't know about you guys, but there's something special about buying a set, like some stationery, buying yourself a new notebook, showing yourself, writing all your lists out. I don't know why this seems fall to me. Maybe it's because like the academic year, we all get like kind of new planners and things like that, but this is on my bucket list. Get yourself a new notebook. It would just get some stationery. I don't know. I need to get a fall notebook to write. I actually need to get a new fall notebook to put all of my fall notes into, but it feels like something special to do, to treat yourself along with appreciating all of these things. And even if it's like a bullet journal or, you know, I'm trying to think. You can make a scrapbook out of it just because it has lines in it. Print out your pictures that you're taking from this whole season and make it into like a tiny little treasure scrapbook sort of thing. I love that. I love junk journals. You guys know what junk journals are? Let me know down below if you know what a junk journal is. I just think they're so creative. My sketchbooks were always more junk journal-y than that when I was doing my art school stuff. Okay, did I say corn maze? I'm checking the list and it's gotta check. Go to a corn maze. This is very fall. They have events sometimes, but appreciate your corn. Go get lost in the corn. Children of the corn it up. Cornholio. Appreciate those fall specific activities and events, and one being a corn maze. I know ours, I think, opens this weekend along with some of the orchards nearby, so I've just got so much to do this weekend. I'm so excited. Okay, and the last thing on my list, which, you know, it takes a little while, and so it's a little later in the season, it's not gonna be this weekend, it's not gonna be next weekend, is appreciate and take in the fall foliage. Go for your drive. Take a longer route, find the scenic route. I know we can't all live in driving distance of the Kangamangas Highway up in the White Mountains, where it's just, that's like where you see all of those like beautiful photos from like, yeah, all of those fall photos are from up there. And you know, if you're somewhere, you know, just go for a long drive. Put your fall playlist on in your car. Yep, set the mood, put it on in your car, and just enjoy. Get your favorite coffee, get your favorite hot beverage, and just take a slow drive. I don't know if this is just like a country thing because I live out in the boonies, but I feel like some people do not appreciate the art of going for a drive. And I believe this is an art all in itself. And so that's where that playlist, your favorite fall drink, this is where it's just you're gonna take it in. You're gonna go slow, and you're gonna go on an adventure, and you're gonna drive somewhere new, a back way, a scenic route, out of where you normally drive. Somewhere, maybe there's a random place you wanna check out that's a little bit further away. Take this opportunity to drive to this farther out location and enjoy your hot beverage, your Starbies, your Dunks, your homemade whatever. Put on that playlist that you've made as the number one on the bucket list, and enjoy it. Appreciate the slow moments. I feel like that's what this whole list is about, is doing things that highlight the little things that you can add together that make a bigger impact. You don't have to go and do something, you know, extraordinary. You don't have to buy 1,000,007 Pinterest outfits. It's just like, you know, the TikTok girlies with their cute boots and sweaters. You don't need to do that. You can just appreciate what nature gave you in the changing of seasons. And it makes a huge difference to romanticize and just the slow. Just slow it down. Enjoy the things that make you happy. Enjoy it. And that would be everything for the fall bucket list. I will, again, I'm gonna say it, tell you that I will do a whole separate Halloween spooky season bucket list, but that will come later in this month. And again, if you like this video and you're excited as much as I am for the fall season, please make sure that you're subscribed and you like this video and you stick around because we got plenty to do. My calendar is literally packed full of events and things that I want to do. So I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Before I go, there is one thing I'd like. Do you have a reason?